Look at me, I'm doing something very low effort instead of me doing something I should have planned like a while ago. But hey, life and stuff, and I'm 31. What do you expect? Anyways, that intro was bad, but I don't care. I'm keeping it. So, as of today, December 10th, it is now Doom. Id Software's really famous game, at least to me, is now 30 years old. And it's always funny when I talk about this because, like, a lot of people see me talk highly and amazingly and how I've beaten every version of Doom and every version that I can get my hands on. But my name is Quake Ranger Taya. I did that mostly because of the multiplayer experience I had. I grew up playing Quake 3 Arena a lot. That was one of my first online multiplayer games that I experienced on the computer back then, and was one of my favorites at the time. And so that's why for multiplayer reasons, especially for a Persona online character, I thought it made more sense. But Doom is more of the game that I spend more time with more than anything in the single player aspect front. Because of the fact that I discovered things like Zandronum, or before that it was Skulltag, and played a lot of online matches and discovered a lot of people and a community of groups, as well as a bunch of TCs and mods over the years, which for Doom to be 30 and the amount of stuff that has been made by this community still to this day has always been one of the most fascinating things to me. Ambitious projects, amazing well texture work, and these people are just doing this stuff, and it's always well deserved and well credited. And a lot of the time, some of these people actually have gone to being involved in other games and other studios over time, which I think is so brilliant for the work that they do. Now, I don't really have much to say because, I mean, 5 years ago, I did a 18-hour stream basically playing through Doom 1, Doom 2, and Doom 3, and I thought about doing a big, bombastic stream like that again, but instead, you're getting very much low-effort stuff. It's, I mean, I could go on about that, but the focus is Doom here. And Doom being 30 is just it's so amazing of its history of its release, because technically the one of the big first-person shooters was Wolfenstein, but Doom was the one that very much solidified it on a massive scale. I mean, I remember when people were releasing games afterwards and calling them Doom clones, until finally we had the genre of being a first-person shooter. And we had so many other great games that got released over time from that aspect. You know, you had Duke Nukem 3D become a thing. You had Bungie's Marathon, which is also a classic. You had Descent, which, even though some people might not consider that a first-person shooter in the normal description, it still kind of is a first-person perspective shooter, but it's a, six-axis, space shooter in close quarters and stuff like that. But it still, works in its favor. But, there's always a bunch of names that have come around that people haven't heard of over time. We tend to remember a lot of the classics, but not much of what has come from it, both the good and the bad. And I think that's something that is always a spectacle to me as years goes on, is just what Doom has done. And the fact that I'm someone who has played every single version that I can get my hands on, and I've played Doom 1 and Doom 2 probably over 200 times in my lifetime, and I'm only 31 years old, so I was only 1 when Doom came out. I didn't even play it when it came out. I played it when I was 6, though, which is always a funny thought and decision by my parents, but you know what? It's fine with me. All of the people who worked on this project, and I don't remember all of their names by heart. Obviously, I know the big names, John Romero, Adrian Carmack, John Carmack. But, and I know it feels dumb that someone who's talking so highly about Doom and who loves id Software stuff, and that's the name I stop at, and that's my fault. But these people should be remembered. Everyone involved in these projects should be remembered. It's something that I feel like we need to do more of. Just because we remember the big names does not mean we should remember the names that don't get talked about, because everyone involved at id Software who made this game deserves every ounce of credit for all the works that they put into to make this game a just a lifetime experience, at least to me. It's always a classic. It's always fun to play through. I never feel entirely bored when I replay time and time again. You know, some people may feel like you know how the maps are, you know all the secrets. Like, why keep replaying it? The experience is what's fun. The experience is always what's enjoyable to me, regardless. And that's what I think makes games so awesome, is because that even if you've played it before, that experience is always just timeless. And that's amazing to me. But here we are, 30 years later, and so much history afterwards, and so much for id Software where they are today as well. But that's it. That's all. I'm just kind of rambling myself. Like I said, this is very very low effort. Uh, but I'm just enjoying myself because Doom is classic. Doom is amazing, and I always recommend people experience it. Even so, I I still remember. I still remember this one situation that happened to me a long time ago where I was meeting someone and they knew me pretty well, someone who played Doom on Ultraviolet and beaten majority of the stuff on it. And I still remember how they try to act very not act, but they were very shy talking to me. And I remember them asking, "Would you be upset if I told you I beat Doom on I'm Too Young to Die?" And I just told them, "Why should it matter?" Experience Doom how you want. If you've only have played Doom on I'm Too Young to Die, hey, you played Doom. You don't have to match the level of some people who play only on Ultraviolet or even Nightmare. But I think it's amazing. 30 years. A wonderful game and so much of its legacy all over the place. And even though I'm not a fan of Doom Eternal for a lot of personal reasons I don't want to rant about, I still think it's amazing that Doom Eternal even exists. And for the people who enjoy that, all the same. So, happy birthday, Doom, being 30. Short, no low effort. And that's fine with me. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you for watching.